iemand wat bietjie ouer as 20 is, born in 1991, Matthew Mull. A big welcome.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
You were born in 1991.
I was born in 91, yes.
Yeah. How old are you now then?
I'm 28 now.
28.
Dieselfde as jy?
Nee, ek is 20, ek is 'n jaar net voor hom gebore.
1990.
90, I'm a 1990 baby.
1990.
Nice. That's why
Ja,
my start
good
is
people.
so solid.
Lekker.
Ja.
Nuwe generasie.
Nuwe generasie.
Millennials.
Yeah,
We're going to chat about your new album, Ghost.
yes.
But before we get there, I just want to find out van daai pop. How many wat is pop in porridge?
Yeah, I love porridge.
Yeah.
Oats, porridge,
Oats,
pap,
but
all
you,
those things.
but you
are the
wasted
same,
a
right?
lot of milk and stuff.
Oh, in the video. Yeah, we a bit of milk, but
Bit of
we
milk.
ate all the food though.
Oh, you
there's
ate
a
all
bit
the
of food.
food.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
The thing is,
exactly.
you never cry over spilled milk.
That's it.
Never.
Goeie, Henry is sharp this morning. So where did you grow up?
I grew up in Cape Town.
Yes, but you
I'm-
weren't born there. You
I
were
was born there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I was
also
born there. I
born.
lived there for 20 years or so,
Wow.
and then I moved up to Johannesburg, Gauteng.
You
So
don't
this
miss
is where-
it.
I do miss it, but I go down there quite often to perform and play shows. So I get to see
Yes.
it enough.
Do you still have family and
I do.
friends
My whole
outside?
family's still there.
Is it?
But then my wife is in Johannesburg. That's where she's from. So I got family there now as well. Family here. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
so it's good.
Best of
But it-
both worlds.
Exactly.
But it all started with your dad. So
That's
also
it, yeah.
a guitarist
Yes.
and loved music, and he
Yeah.
he taught you.
Yes, yeah. So he wasn't into it professionally or
Yes.
anything. He just played a lot.
Yeah.
And he would have the guitar out all the time at home. And so for me, it was just normal. And then eventually, when I was like 11 years old, I asked him I was like, tell me what this is all about. What is this thing? I want to learn how to play the guitar. So he taught me a lot, and that's kind of how I got started. And I'm glad he did.
Now, I usually like to ask people about their school years because
Yes.
that's usually where you can start identifying the origination
Yes.
of that passion. Is it the same with you as well?
Yeah, I mean, I always from around 11, I loved it. I was
Is it?
hooked. I loved music, but I was too shy to ever like show anyone. I would
Yeah.
just play at home, and I even would come up with my own songs at home, but they were horrible songs because I was like a 12, 13-year-old kid that had no idea. I didn't even know what I was writing about. But then eventually, like the last 2 years of school, so when I was about 16, 17, I played in the school concert. And then that's when I realized playing
Highlight.
music. Yeah, exactly. So playing music in front of people, I realized that. I wasn't as shy on stage. So I realized that was something that I quite loved. So definitely that was a huge part of why I love to perform music.
It's amazing.
We're going to
Yeah.
chat about the album
Cool.
after this, and also bowling.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, yeah. I want to
Lovely.
find out about the bowling. Just amazing for me. I mean, your video, Take Yours, I'll Take Mine.
Yes.
It was launched in 2013,
yes.
on YouTube.
6 years now. Yeah.
12 million views.
Yeah, it's quite crazy. It's amazing
Sure.
to see that. Yeah, sure. The song has been amazing. That song specifically I've been really grateful for the response on that song. And yeah, the YouTube views, that's quite crazy because a lot of it's like from places I've never been to before. So that's quite cool to see. But yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, well, at least you can start planning your tours then.
That's
'cause then
it,
you know
exactly.
where you need to go and visit.
That's the beauty of that kind of data though on YouTube
Yeah.
and online is that you can actually plan tours around where people are listening and watching from. So yeah, you're actually right.
You mentioned earlier that you started writing actually at a very young age.
Yes.
However, you didn't
Didn't know what I was
that
doing,
as good
Yes.
writing. But when it comes to writing, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you usually go about? Do you work on inspiration? Do you wait for that aha moment? Or do you
Yes.
actually go and sit down and say, you know what, today I need to write because it's
Yeah.
part of who I am? How do you
Yes.
usually go about?
Yeah, it's a good question because I think it's different for everyone. But for me, what I've found is like the songs that end up being the better songs that I love more, the songs that people seem to connect with more. They always come when the song comes. It's like it's very quick. You can write the song in not always, but sometimes like the song can all come together in like half an hour or so. So what I've found is that I constantly want to be writing and I want it as much as possible and I want to be spending time in the right environment as in like with instruments nearby or just working on music in some way so that when those moments come, at least I'm ready for
Yeah.
them. Like I'm prepared so that if a cool song happens to just pop into my head or just come about, then at least I'm kind of prepped for the moment. But basically that means that I'm always trying to write. Like
Yeah.
I'm always consistently trying to tell myself to sit down and write songs. So that I've always got something. I'll write a lot of songs, and a lot of them aren't any good, and no one's ever going to hear them. But there'll be like 30% of the songs that I will actually like, and that will kind of put more work into, and then people end up maybe hearing those songs.
But what do you see as a good song? Because you constantly say that, you don't think it's a good song, but aren't you maybe too harsh on yourself?
I think I probably am, which I like. I think it's good. I prefer to be like a bit of a perfectionist about it.
Not a bad
I
thing.
don't have any perfect. I guess it's. I'm not a perfectionist anyway, but I definitely obsess over like the stuff that I like. So I definitely. There's a few songs that maybe I could release, but I really don't. There's so many that I'll get so sucked into that. Yeah, I don't want anyone to hear this. Don't want anyone to hear this. Then there'll be one or two songs where what I think in my head is, I like this, and I think people might connect with it. So that's the process. Where if that song will make it through, that song will make it.
Yeah.
So maybe there'll be other songs that have missed their chance, but I'm glad they missed their chance.
Getting your songs onto international TV shows, is that you need an agent for that, like Grey's Anatomy?
Yes,
that's just weird.
It's crazy. I actually only found that out like a few years ago, that it was on. That was a dream of mine. I was like, there's amazing. That you get some TV shows like that that are known to have amazing music on them.
Yeah.
So I was always like, one of the dreams is to have a song on Grey's Anatomy. And then I found out, like it was a few years later, I found out that it was on there. And there was no one. It happened kind of naturally. I think it's because of like the algorithms on the internet, like this YouTube thing. That people like that will somehow find a song online, and I think they're trying to discover new songs as well. So they play well-known music, but they also play songs that no one's really heard. Yeah. So that maybe that was kind of the case there.
But you got money. I hope so.
Someone made money somewhere, I'm sure.
But not you.
Somewhere down the line.
We need to go to the ombudsman.
Yes,
Ek wonder of hulle met sulke sake ook werk.
Because even Nina Simone, she faded, and they used one of the songs in an ad, and it made her world famous.
It's crazy how that can
until
happen.
her death. So sometimes that's a big break, but
exactly, that's
you're quite busy. So let's get to the album Ghost.
Yes.
Why Ghost?
Yeah, it's a good first question about the album. So it's called Ghost, and then there's two sides to it. So there's the fact that the album's called Ghost. There's this whole theme around a ghost.
Yes.
And then there's this purple color scheme that I've got behind the whole kind of album concept. So what the ghost represents is fear, basically. It represents the whole theme behind the album. It's not quite a concept album, but there's just a whole theme that kind of remains true in the whole album, and that's just talking about overcoming fear, or the journey of overcoming fear, just dealing with insecurities and doubt and intimidation, all that kind of thing. So that's kind of what that ghost, the name, and what that whole concept represents. And then there's the whole purple color scheme, which is just something that I've wanted to have behind the album that represents the whole side of overcoming all of those fears. So that's kind of what all the songs are talking about, just trying to make it through all of these difficult situations that fear brings, and just trying to kind of live your life not living in fear.
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea behind it.
That's good. And I went through your touring. We're going to get to the bowling still.
Oh, awesome.
But you so busy for the whole of December.
You're very busy.
Yeah.
But you're also
awesome.
you're going to sit at City Hill Church.
Yes.
You do like church gigs.
So that's actually more
for the youth.
I don't. Yeah, sort of. I mean, I would love to do more of that kind of thing, but that specific show is kind of that specific building in Durban. City Hill Auditorium, City Hill Church.
Oh, it's like Moreletta. They use it for shows and other shows. It's not
but
like...
I think that specific show, there's a bit of like a gospel element to it, because there's gospel choirs and stuff. So that actually is specifically quite a church-directed show, which I love. I love that stuff, because people go there. I mean, not that other people don't, but people go there with like they go there looking for a bit more. Which I quite like.
Yeah.
So and I think a lot of people do that at shows, but at least when you know it's in a church, then you know that people are like, they know that they're gonna find something more at the show. It's a little bit deeper.
Yes.
But I mean, that's what music is. Hopefully everyone think.
Definitely. Okay, and then the bowling.
Yes. What are we going to talk about?
Is it like bowling? Not tempo bowling like on the grass.
Like bowls. I mean, I like bowls. I really do like bowls. I once played bowls I mean, I've played bowls a few times for like different occasions.
But you're winning every
and it's
time.
awesome. Not really. I just enjoy it. I don't really even know the rules, but 10-pin bowling is probably what we're talking about.
Okay, so
I
it's a
love
10-pin
10-pin
bowling.
bowling. Yeah, that's my favorite thing ever.
But then you don't lose.
I don't always win,
Are you
but
very
I never
competitive?
lose. I'm super competitive.
Is it?
But
Okay.
what I've realized is that I enjoy winning, but I really hate losing. I'm not a bad loser, but I don't want to lose.
But you hate losing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I'm not a bad loser, but I just hate it. Yeah.
It's not. Luckily, you've won a lot of stuff. Even with iTunes, I mean,
Yeah.
you've
The
won,
achievements.
Yeah, no, there's been
top
some amazing
international
things.
guys where they came in second.
Oh, you see,
know.
awesome. As long as
On
I
the
didn't
charts.
come in last, then it's fine. No, I'm
That's
kidding.
good.
No, shame. Yeah, but that's been amazing. I mean, that was kind of. It's been really cool to see. I try so hard not to get obsessed with that stuff, the charts and streams and all. But it's so hard not to because it's everywhere. So it's really cool. It's like it's a very encouraging thing to see when that kind of thing happens. So I'm very grateful for like all the support that people have shown where that kind of thing's happened. It's got nothing to do. Like I could not achieve. This is what everyone says, but I'm not going to achieve any of that without
Yeah.
people. Otherwise, the only way I would achieve is if I create a whole lot of fake accounts and buy my own album. So so I mean, I'm very
Boost
grateful
yourself
to
on Twitter.
everyone. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounded like you had a very planned
Yeah.
thought process there. You know, you
It's-
go, you set up the.
The
I
accounts
was just
like,
we
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
verify some
I
stuff
just
now.
kind of said it off the top of my head. And now I've given myself an idea.
comfortable. Future plans. I mean, what do you
Yes.
still want to achieve? You have achieved a lot. I mean,
Yes,
just
thank
the
you.
song on
Wow.
Grey's Anatomy. That's
Oh, yeah, that's
amazing
crazy.
already. And I mean, so many other things as well. So, what do
Yeah.
you still want to achieve?
Yeah, there's so many things. There's a lot of things I want to do. I mean, I've got everyone's got a lot of musicians have that dream of like traveling across America in like a big bus and going on a tour around there. I mean, that's definitely part of the plans. That's a goal. So I've got like, there's a whole lot of things that I'd love to do that I want to like kind of set timelines almost. I don't want to set unrealistic timelines and then you get discouraged when it doesn't work out. But I want to kind of work towards some goals and that's one of them. Like I want to go on like some world tours that we've been working towards basically. So South Africa has been amazing, and it's obviously that's where I'm from. It's my home, and I've learned so much. So it's always going to be my favorite place to play music and release music. But now we're trying to. I'm
wanna
trying
extend?
to. Yeah. So I've been doing that for over about 2 years or so, and that's been really cool to see just how that all works. Going on like a European tour or going on an American tour or whatever, and then coming back and seeing how the response goes, and then going back and seeing how if there's any growth. So that's kind of that's the main goal and dream that I'm kind of trying to pursue now. So those are the future plans. It's just to expand as much as possible.
It's amazing.
But
And keep your wife happy
keep
till
loving it.
80.
Exactly.
Because it's sitting
the
down with
biggest-
friends
sorry.
talking about our wives playing Flight Simulator when you're 80, doing the lottery. What a plan.
Yeah, that is the plan.
Yeah, I see that. What's your
Man,
wife's
you
name?
know stuff that no one else knows.
I
I don't
do.
even remember saying that.
Yes,
and
I
that's
know.
I said that.
You
My-
said that.
Yeah, my wife's name is Jessica. I did say
Okay.
that because just to come back to Flight Simulator, my dad always used to play Flight Simulator, and I was like with his friends, and I was like, this is the dream. You want to kind of live your life, and
And
then
play Flight
eventually, and then eventually you get to
Eventually.
the stage where you can just kind of chill out and play. That was my reference point, was playing Flight Simulator with your friends, and then your wife's still happy. So so her name's Jessica.
Okay.
So yeah.
Lucky Jessica. Okay,
Lucky
so
me,
you're going
lucky
to
me.
perform Let Me,
Yes.
Matthew Mole, Let Me Marry Jessica. Oh, already done that.
Yes,
We're looking
lucky
forward
me.
and yeah, thank you for
Yeah, all the
spending
best.
time with us.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for letting me
Fantastic.
join you.
Yeah, and it's got a YouTube video so you can post it and we
Yes.
can be famous as well. 12
Awesome.
million views.
No, man.
Yes.